Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the brand new tangle, In a Knot from Lavender Sunshine. We had so much fun with the world premiere red carpet event for this tangle today. It's just so neat. And one of the things that Lavender had mentioned on the call was she was just looking for something to decorate some of what she was doing, and this is what she came up with, and it's brilliant. Okay, and it does, well, you know what? It sort of needs something to attach to. However, some of us had some fun with just having it be a little loose, and I'll show you a little later. Okay, so this one starts off with a couple of C-shaped curve lines. See, I'm going to start it here in kind of more like a shepherd's hook C shape, like that. And up to you how close together you want them. Do take a look at the For More Inspiration link so you can see Lavender's beautiful, beautiful work and how she uses it. Okay, and then also, if you go in the description section below the step out links is my link tree, and if you go to my website, subscribe to my blog, then when I get the class replay out, which will include pictures from both sessions and any that I swipe from our Facebook group and ones that people emailed me, then you can see things up close and personal, and just the inspiration is just amazing, how creative everyone is. Okay, so once we have this, then we're going to do another C-shaped curve line. Like that. And you know what? And if you miss, you know, like I have here, totally cool. Like that. Just, you know, you can make them meet up real easy. And then from here, this is where I ran into... I don't know, I had a little bit of difficulty kind of getting the hang of this, but from this tip, we're just going to come down. Yeah, it's just another C-shaped curve line, kind of aura-ing it. Up to you how, you know, how thick or thin you want that. Okay. Then we're essentially going to do a big acme hole in the bottom. So I'm going to come around here, and again, you know, if you miss... And this too, as thick or as thin as you want it, coming around the ends. And then, of course, like all tangles, decisions for you. You could fill in this one. I'm going to decide if I want to fill that in afterwards, but I am going to fill in these sides. Like this. And one of the things... that Lavender had said is you don't necessarily need to fill that in, because the way she's done it is because, like I said, this kind of hangs on something, and I'm going to come from here and I'm going to put a line going this way, and then, all right, then let's hollow it, and yeah, see, kind of lining it right up there, so you don't really need to have that back. And then here's where it might get a little tricky, and you know what, this could be where making a curvy line would be good, because that way it doesn't matter. All right, but since I didn't, actually I'm going to start from this point and come in this way. And whoa, I did a nice job there, and then I'll come back out this way. Now, of course, you could. So, well, let me back up. So, we had some joking with this. So if you subscribe to my blog, then you'll see the replays. Or if you subscribe to this YouTube channel, when I get the replays out, you will see it. So in both sessions, I'm like, well, there's the whole erasing thing and using a pencil line thing that I just don't do. I know other people like to pencil in their stuff. But see, I mean, it works fine this way. The trick is having these be kind of even, or just making sure that your, you know, this line, you know, of whatever this is going to be, can kind of easily line up with those. You can also, and I did that on one of mine where, and I'll show you in a second. Well, no, I'll just show you now. why, wait a second. So this wasn't here. I started off with this line and this line. And so I did those two and I stopped. And then I started my inner knot here. And then, I kind of worked it just a little bit out of order. And it worked fine. And then I continued the line afterwards. And like I said, it's totally fine. So however you want to do that, have fun, play with it. And then you can decorate. And I am thinking, just because this, I do want to fill this in because I feel like it needs to be. But it's one of those up to you. All right. And because I liked it so much, let's put we'll put the little hat on, because on my samples I really just did the rings and then other crazy things coming out of it. And I call that the hat. When we do the Tangle Zinger or Sprinkle, this is on a much bigger scale. And however, it has a little curve. And that is essentially it. And then we can have fun shading it. You could, there's always so much fun to have with Zentangle when we get to it's fun to do them, and then it's fun to play. And where's my regular pencil? I don't know. So we'll use the 9B. It'll be a little bit dark, but it's okay. I'll go light. I'm just going to put a little graphite on the sides of those. Make it shiny. Oh, we just had, like I said, we had so much fun. Let's do all this first. Bring this, look at that, to life just a bit. And like I said, you don't have to do something like this. There's so many other things that you could do. And we do need to have where things go under, right? Well, and this is just going to cover that whole inside there. All right. Well, okay. I guess I'm going to take it out further. I don't know what my hand was doing there. Oh, making marks like that as I was recreating it. There we go. And could do a little bit, just a tad there. Also, and this could be a course correction, because where this is kind of seemingly looping over, right? You could fill this in, because that would make sense. And look at that, that makes such a difference. So if things are a little uneven or something, you could always use that filling in as some kind of a, course correction. There we go. Okay, so let's go back to this. So this was, the one session. And what we decided to do on the session, because it's kind of an add-on. And in Lavender's sample, she had some flowery type tangles. Absolutely gorgeous work, as I said. So I threw in some flowery tangles if anybody wanted to try. And then I decided, I don't know, I was just letting go, which is fun to do. And especially if as we learn and work towards embracing the no mistakes and just whatever happens, and to just let it go. You don't know what to do, just do something. I do struggle with that. This, by the way, the background was done with Lindy's Magicals. Look at that shimmery. They are so neat. If you're not familiar, on my link tree, there is a link to their website so you can see, and you get a little savings if you decide to order something. But I also added in the, I get the names in my head. I think it was swaying vine. I want to say swinging vine, and it wasn't swinging vine. It was swaying vine, by Deb Monero. So these are recent. This one will be up and coming. But so I decided to have fun and just take the lines out and add that to it. And, so it just ends up into, well, I don't know what, into those. And I was, it's so funny because, again, taking a look at Lavender, she has some that are real close together and real tight right around here. And it really does look like a knot. This kind of looks like a knot. Although, I'm just thinking, now if I was to do something with this end coming down, maybe it would end up looking more. But it's, it's one of those, it doesn't matter. It's just really, really neat. So that was one bit of fun. The second bit of fun I had in our PM session, I decided I was inspired by one of our Tangle fam, and where she just had fun with the in a knot and had some really, really neat shapes. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna play like that too, and we'll just see where things go. And so that's what I did. And it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. As I'm seeing where I need to touch up after I use the gold jelly roll. Nice thing about gold jelly roll and any of the pens that will work over dark is you can use them as kind of a course corrector if you need to, but at the same time, even if you don't, you kind of have to go back and redefine some of the lines because it goes right over where you want it. So there we go. Anyway, it was just a lot of fun. And I started this off, I just put the in and knots in different areas, and I tried to not think about it too much. And, turning the tile and having them in different directions, knowing in my mind I'm going to connect them. So it's kind of like adding hollowbow to it. So just connecting those, but lots of fun. So, and if you would like to have this kind of fun, where's the original there? With us, we would love to have you. It's just absolutely amazing. I call these Tangle Time sessions. They are on Thursdays. I do 2 sessions, 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. my time here in Michigan. There are several places on the link tree where you can follow me for classes. And what's nice about that is, number one, it shows up in your time zone and you don't have to you don't have to calculate it or anything. And then 2, if you register through those, you'll get a reminder and stuff like that. If you end up really liking it, and I haven't mentioned this, I need to mention this on there. I can add you to like an automatic invite that would, so for the month of I reset it kind of every month. So if somebody wants off, they have to wait. But anyway, there are many ways to connect if you are interested in having Tangle fun like this. And what I love about what I do, it sounds so funny. What I like about the way that I've constructed these is the only thing we're tied to is the tangle. And then it's up to you, however you want to do, whatever your hand decides to do, it doesn't matter. And we just have a lot of fun. And it's so fun afterwards to see all of the creativity and, and ideas that people came up with. So, it's kind of free for all-ish, for the most part. So, ton of fun. All right. So join us, check out the link tree. If you've enjoyed this, I can't remember if I said it, and if I didn't, if I did, I'm going to say it again. If you enjoyed this, please click on the like button. If you liked it enough to see more, please subscribe to the channel. Again, I mentioned you can subscribe to my blog. All of my social media stuff is listed on the link tree. And if you want to join our community, there is a link there as well. But I do want you to know that there are 4 questions that you must answer in order to gain entry. All right, so with that, oh, what fun this was. Thank you again so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.